Hey there, Josiah David Fenimore back with another video. We are in Matthew on chapter 8, and I'm going back and forth from Genesis to New Testament Matthew, and I'm just doing 3 chapters at a time, so we'll do 9 and then I'll go back to Genesis. But I like doing that because I like finding just nuggets of cool relatability between the two books and how they coincide with one another. So here we go, chapter 8. When he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him, and behold, there came a leper and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus said unto him, See thou tell no man, but go thy way, show thyself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded, for a testimony unto them. And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus saith unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, Go, and he goeth, to another, Come, and he cometh, and to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the same hour. And when Jesus was come into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever. And she touched her hand, and he touched her hand, and the fever left her. And she arose and ministered unto them. When the even was come, they brought unto him many that were possessed with devils, and he cast out the spirits with his word, and healed all that were sick, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Esaias the prophet, saying, Himself took our infirmities, and bare our sicknesses. Now when Jesus saw a great multitude about him, he gave commandment to depart unto the other side. And a centurion scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Jesus said unto him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head. And another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Jesus said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead. And when he was entered into his ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, and saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he saith unto them, Why are they fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. And the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? And when he is come to the other side, into the country of Gergesenes, there met him 2 possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs exceedingly fierce, so that no man might pass that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them an herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine. And behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down to a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters. And they that kept them fled. and went their way into the city, and told everything, and what was befallen to the possessed of the devils. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they besought him, and he would depart out of their coasts. That was the verse I was talking about earlier in just a previous video about how I believe that the Lord talks to me through the different time it is. You know, I just have a great ease when it's specific times. I look at the clock and it's, 3:33, or it's 12:50, or it's it's just got different meanings for different numbers. I'm really into numerology and things like that, and not just numerologies, but also the historical significances of different generations. There was 14 generations between Jesus and Abraham. And so that's just very, interesting. It's like, what are the odds of that happening? So I just find numbers interesting. And it was this centurion in Matthew 8, when he said, that he has not found so great a faith, no, not in Israel. Chapter 8, verse 10. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found such a great faith. But go back a little further. I say to this man, go. This is the centurion saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus said unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldst come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say this to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh, and to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. Then Jesus heard it, and he marveled, and said to them following, Verily I say unto you, I have not found such great faith. And then it goes on to say, it was in the self-same hour. And Jesus in 8:13, Matthew 8:13, and Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self-same hour. I think that's pretty cool. In the self-same hour. So that means the centurion, when he got back home, he was like, what time was it? What time? Where was the sun? When he called him a servant, but I imagine it was must have been a very close servant, like a son to him. But what time was he healed? It was like 5 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon when he asked him. And he was like, it was the self-same hour. So I've just always thought that was such a cool testament to a Gentile, for one, that Jesus had some really remarkable interactions with Gentiles even before. I think he even mentioned that he was sent for the Jewish population first, and that's no skin off my nose. I'm just happy to get into the gates, If I'm going to be a Gentile, I might as well be a Baptist, believing salvation, certified, believing one, but it will only be by grace. I've thought about what am I going to say to the Lord of glory when that final veil is lifted, and it'll just be grace. Lord, it's only by your grace, and I don't know of any other. That just seems like the only thing to say, because it is only through grace that we're saved, and faith that we believe in it, but it's only, those are going to be my first words, when I see him face to face, what my first words are going to be. to my King of Glory, to the master and commander of the universe, who created everything, who decided to live as a spirit in the Comforter, and now in me, now that I believe and receive. What am I going to say to the creator of the universe? Probably grace. Please, Lord, have your grace upon me, as you did when I was in that shadow realm, veiled world of a gymnasium that you created, O Master of the universe. You know, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'll say exactly, but I think it'll have something to do with receiving his grace once again. Because it is only by grace that we are saved, and it's only by the grace of God that he came down, made himself man, died, rose. So, anyways, that chapter reminds me of grace and faith. But mostly grace. Alright, love you. I'll see you on chapter 9. Peace.